Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Pwny Montana, and in this video we are going to be going over Hot Route Master. It's one of the best abilities in the game if you guys are passing the ball heavy in Madden 22. Now before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below. We got a lot to talk about. This is going to be more of an informational video. We're not going to be going over anything too crazy, but a lot of people are having trouble figuring out Hot Route Master. It's sort of self-explanatory. You're the master of all hot routes on the field. Now, I am using the Buccaneers because Tom Brady is the only person in regs, I believe so. He's the only person in regs that gets this ability. So everybody else, this is what hot routes are going to look for everybody else. So for your outside receiver, everybody has hot routes. If you're a receiver on the field, everyone has specific hot routes that they can use. If you're a running back, your running back hot routes are different from your tight ends. Your tight end hot routes are different from your slot receivers. Your slot receivers are different from your outside receivers. Now, the way that EA tracks this is the two guys that are on the right, these two guys are considered slot receivers for EA. Like, so when you're in the game, having slot apprentice or having, outside apprentice, it's only going to work depending on where your receiver is positioned on the field. Now, Mike Evans on the outside here, he's considered an outside receiver, so that's where EA has him. So when you do hot routes for him, Hot Route Master pretty much creates the ability to do hot routes anywhere you guys want from anywhere on the field. Now, you still have to utilize, it still has to be within the rules of where they are, but you will unlock the extra 4 hot routes no matter where they are on the field. Now, one of the reasons why Hot Route Master is such an important ability is because it's the biggest ability point saver in the game. Now, if you took the time to tally up all the ability points that you would have to use if you were trying to get hot routes for everyone that's on the field, no matter whether you motion them out or motion them in. So if we take Antonio Brown and Mike Evans, let's just say that that's 6 apiece, because slot apprentice and outside apprentice add up to 3. So we're only going to use them 2. So that's 3, which is 6. Then you got this guy, Godwin. That'll be 8. Then you have the tight end. That'll be 10 as well. And then you got the running back, which that'll be 1 ability point. That's 11 ability points altogether to have hot routes all over the field. Now, with Hot Route Master, if you're using it on a field general quarterback in Madden Ultimate Team, Hot Route Master will only be 2 ability points, making this the biggest ability point saving ability in the game, and that is absolutely huge. Now, the way that you kind of utilize this as good as possible is you can kind of create coverage beaters out of any coverage in the game. Out of any formation, you can create some form of a beater in this game. Now, I'm going to put Tom Brady in to kind of showcase the 4 hot routes on each of the positions. So for the outside receivers, the 4 extra hot routes are a post corner, a corner route, a post, and a fade stop. I will go over and do them all. That's what a post corner looks like. I'm looking at Evans right now. I'm going to put the other guys on a streak. Now we're going to put them on a post, a skinny post, which means that there's going to be a lot of beaters that you guys are going to be able to run. They're going to get over the top of coverages if you got someone spamming cover 3 and stuff like that. This also will beat a cover 2 if you obviously have the spacing to take the deep post out of the picture. And then you got a fade stop, which is a nice little, deeper hitch. And then you've got a corner. Now, once you do this, and this is something that is very, very special when it comes to Hot Route Master or hot routes in general. If you're in a formation like a gun bunch and you're utilizing these outside hot routes, you can flip it. And now, even as a slot, that Mike Evans now has a deep corner route that is going to get above cloud flats, and it's going to be, you can get really, really glitchy with these. And you can do the same thing on the opposite side, because now Antonio Brown on the opposite side is going to get those hot routes. And then you could flip your play, and then now he still keeps that hot route. Now, mind you, he is now a slot receiver. He is not an outside receiver, so let's go over the slot routes as well. Now, for the slot apprentice, because that's technically what it is. You're rocking slot apprentice, but with your quarterback pretty much. Now you end up getting a crosser, and I'm going to put these guys on little flat patterns so you can tell. So now with O is the one that I'm changing. A crosser, everybody loves their crossers. Everybody loves their PA post shot plays, their bunch tight end, whatever the post shot play in there is that everybody runs. That's the crosser. You can create this out of using Hot Route Master. Then you've got a corner route. Now this is going to be a sharp corner route. Then you've got a stop and go, and if you pair this up with something like route technician, this route gets open a lot of the times. It's really glitchy, but you have to be facing somebody that's playing man coverage without someone over the top, and you will be able to kind of bomb over the top for a nice little touchdown. And then last but not least, we have a post route. This is something that a lot of people love to use, but mind you, if you are using this in the red zone, like 20 yards in, 20 yards away from the touchdown, you will, sometimes it glitches out and it looks like your guy has a playmaker and he like kind of playmakers back. So be wary about that. Make sure you guys aren't, spamming this, because it will get frustrating. Now, those are the ones for the slot. Now, remember, if you take this guy and motion him out, he's now considered an outside receiver, which means instead of a post, he can create a skinny post. Instead of a corner, he's gonna do a C route, is what we call it. Then a fade stop instead of a stop and go. And then instead of, I forgot what the up one, instead of a crosser, you're gonna be able to rock a post corner, which is that nice little double move play that sometimes beats man coverage, but obviously you will need to have route technician. But again, with saving as much ability points as you have by rocking Hot Route Master, you might be able to just include more route technicians on the field. Now, the tight ends are the same thing. They get 4 extra routes. One is a trail route, and I'm going to put those guys on streaks again so you guys can see. One of them is a trail route. Then you've got a crossing route, just like the slot apprentice. Then you've got a corner route, just like the slot as well. And then you've got another post route, just like the slot. So the tight end and the slot are very similar, but one has a crosser and the other one has a nice little trail route here. Then last but not least, you got the running back. The running back has a Texas route, which is a nice little angle route, kind of like the tight end route. Then you have a flat route, a bench route, if you will. Then you have a ghost route, which is a nice little, he goes out, comes back for a hitch, and he's one of those check down reads. And then you've got a block and release hook. So now you got two check and release routes, one being a check and release where he goes towards the outside, and now you have a block and release hook, which is very good to utilize in the game if you're facing someone who's blitzing very heavy. That's why bunch tight end is actually still working, because of formations like this where you can use a block and release hook, roll out, motion them up, and you still get very good blocking with very good route combinations. Hot Route Master, it's not that difficult of a thing to kind of grasp, but obviously if you guys are new to the game and you guys don't have any idea what it is that you're doing, and you see an ability for 2 ability points, you can't think to yourself, man, this might be glitchy, because I wouldn't think that. But then when you create something like this, and you can create coverage beaters out of any coverage in the game, which is honestly a little bit scary. But so let's just call timeout and go over a specific play that everybody likes to run. It's called bunch trail, but I don't have it in this playbook. Okay, bunch trail is a play where there's a corner route and a post coming over the top, which is one of the best coverage beaters in the game. With Hot Route Master, you can make that in the game easily. All you have to do, take your outside receiver, put him on a skinny post, take your R1 and put him on a corner, and now all of a sudden you have pretty much a basic setup to the bunch trail play. Let's just put a drag out there and then put the tight end on a trail. You have the bunch trail play. If I can get the graphic up, I will, and I'll put it on screen. But if I can't, this is literally what the bunch trail play looks like, while the tight end or the running back is on a block and release. This is literally what bunch trail looks like, and you guys will be able to bomb coverages over the top with this play because of how the coverage is. It works beautifully. Now, Evans and Tom Brady just don't have the chemistry to make that pass. But work around with combinations. You can make pretty much any combination in the game, and that's why certain players, they look for certain routes and they look for certain route concepts to just take that one specific route and then add their own little twist to it with these apprentice abilities, because that's essentially what this all is. Tight end apprentice, slot apprentice, and outside apprentice, with the backfield mismatch, with, you know, all put into one player, and that is your quarterback, saving you a ton of ability points. And once one comes out with like gunslinger or pass lead elite, where you guys can have them both, not pass lead elite, just gunslinger, because we already have a Dan Marino card and he's able to do this. But obviously you want the gunslinger animation because it's faster, yada yada yada. We're not talking about gunslinger, we're talking about hot route master. But this is one of the most important abilities in the game if you guys are working on passing the ball better. So if you guys haven't already, try this out, check it out. Literally, if you guys are in a bunch formation that doesn't have bunch trail, try this out, see how it works for you. Create a couple different route concepts with it, and something like this will work against a lot of people because, you know, the spacing on the play is amazing, and you can do that with hot route master in any type of formation. Hopefully this video helps you guys out with, you know, understanding hot route master. If you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comment section now, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. My name is Pwny Montana, man. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out.